Yeah, yeah. Let's go to our last surprising news. I didn't tell Jerron this. I didn't write my notes. But speaking of, this is small. You don't have to really know anything about it, but you're probably aware of it, right?
Okay.
Yeah, on Twitch, there's been a popular show that has been put on Twitch that took the world by storm. It's a 24-hour video game show based on the TV show Seinfeld called Nothing Forever. I'm pretty sure you heard of it. It is an AI generated show that is all it does is just airs it's an AI show that controls itself, and it goes from the stand-up stage where Jerry Seinfeld does his thing and in his place, and it goes for 24 hours, and they just let the AI create the segments and the jokes that they want to talk about. And it's called Nothing Forever. The reason I brought this up because it got banned for a week on Netflix on Twitch because of a transphobic joke that happened. And, the company came out and said, hey, we apologize for that and all this. This is something new for us. We're letting the AI kind of do it. And, sometimes shit happens.
Now, where's the AI getting this information from? What's influencing the AI's algorithm? With any algorithm or algorithmic thinking, there are biases in it. There are built-in biases. Someone had to program it. Someone had to program how it read.
So what if I told you, let's say, for example, I'm not, this is not about like countering anything. I'm just asking you, what do you say when they say that what the AI does, it takes everything that's information on the internet and then it creates its own thing with that. What do you say in that kind of point of view of it?
We're going to get a lot more instances of pretty shitty off-color jokes.
And they did say that like, we don't know if it'll happen again. We're just seeing. I think what's interesting. I think it's interesting because we have never seen this before for a video game to go 24 hours like this. If you want to count it as a video game, but just kind of like a video game as TV show that just goes and goes and goes. And I think it's one of the things like there are going to be mistakes. I don't know what the joke was on there. Knowing Seinfeld, it was probably not that like super crazy. I think it was probably just a simple stupid joke or something. If you've seen Seinfeld, some of the jokes.
It was a 90s. It was a 90s.
Yeah. Like, why are foods on plane? Who eats airplane food? All those kind of corny jokes.
Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to actually like see a clip of that joke.
Yeah, I don't think you'll be able to find. I was trying to watch someone else stream it to see if the band joke would be on their stream when they were reacting to it, but I couldn't find it. I was just kind of curious what it was.
It's out there. The internet is forever.
Yeah.
It's out there somewhere.
Yeah, but also too, I'm not that thirsty to look for it. I just think I think that's just what it is, because I think it's an example of, we've seen this in movies and video games of like AIs. No matter how smart you make an AI, there will be glitches and there will be mess ups to it. So I just think this is a prime example of that, especially if you're programming like a robot to know everything about everything. It's just gonna go when it goes. It's not human. You know what I mean? This is interesting.
Well, that's the thing. Is it an AI? And that's where I'm asking questions of what kind of AI is it? Is it constantly learning from constant input?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah. Or do you just program a set amount of parameters and then just let it go within that? What kind of AI is this? Because when you told me what it's called, I did a quick search and someone posted a 40-second clip of the episode The Suitcase or something like that.
Yeah.
And it looks like an early PlayStation 2, maybe Xbox 360 kind of pixelated style.
Yeah.
It reminds me a little bit of like Leisure Suit Larry, but when it was making the transition.
Where the jokes are like 10 seconds after the joke that's coming across the laugh track. Yeah.
It's I mean, you can definitely tell it's an AI that's making it awkwardly. That's fine. There's a lot of discourse regarding AI, AI art, AI shows, AI deep fakes. And with all new technology or new access to or new technology that the regular public can access, we're going to see a lot of growing pains. We're going to see a lot of bad takes, bad non-starters, bad stuff until either laws, rules, or the public consciousness catches up.
Yeah, because the goal of what they're trying to do is they're trying to make this 24/7, go through the whole year, and try to slowly start adding more jokes or whatever they're programming it to keep it fresh all the time. I just thought it was interesting because it actually makes a perfect Twitch kind of idea of a show where, like, you know, you just turn it on as background.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, I do that for GDQ, games done quick. You know, people speed running these games for marathons, doing like 24, 48-hour marathons.
Challenge question for you, Duran. What shows in that time in the 90s would you like them to do their own kind of mockery of it in their own way, right? We had Nothing Forever. What other TV shows that would you think would be interesting to see them do that? I said Frasier. I think Frasier would be interesting of how they would do an idea of a Frasier-like show for that. I thought that would be interesting. I'm a huge Frasier fan, so I'm just gotta see how they would do with the father Marty or their brother Niles and Daphne and the dog, and then like how they would do that because like Nothing Forever is only set in two scenes: the stand-up and the home. So for Frasier, it would be the radio station probably in the home.
Yeah.
At the same time. So is there any shows that you would like to see? I see by your twinkle of your eyes that maybe Hanging with Mr. Cooper might be on that list.
I know. It would be either Family Matters,
okay,
or if they really want to be daring, The Cosby Show.
Okay.
And I say The Cosby Show because the majority of the main parts just take place in the house. In different parts of the house, the living, the den or the kitchen, mostly. Sometimes in the backyard or whatever. And Family Matters because it's the den or the kitchen that you have those scenes. And I'm also taking into consideration how many episodes that you think they could maybe draw from, and Cosby Show and Family Matters has a significant amount of seasons, enough to have syndication.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. The Family Matters, I think, would be annoying because one, I'm not a big Family Matters. I liked it when I was younger. I don't think it aged well. I think it's I don't think it aged very well when you go back to watch it.
Yeah, some good stuff. The very special episodes.
Sure. But it's not worth going back for me.
Don't do drugs.
No, I think the funniest part of it would be when the music comes in when you supposed to learn the lesson of the show music. Yeah. You have to hear that all the time on Family Matters because they gotta milk that, right? If they're gonna do this thing where it's always short. Think about it. Like almost every time, there's always gonna be some sentimental message at the end of every 5 or 10 minutes. They do that, and then Steve always walking in every single time. Yeah,
I think they could have fun with that. And
that's a big cast.
I think it'll be a lot. It'll be a lot safer not making any inflammatory jokes.
Sure.
None that don't get quickly pushed back or rebuffed. It's a little bit more
but they're gonna have a lot of black people working with them to do those kind of shows, right? And we
know that's not gonna happen.
No, not at all. Especially, I think actually Cosby Show would be easier than Family Matters because Family Matters is a lot of people. You're not just getting the 4 kids and the mother and father. You're getting the sister and his kid, and then you have Urkel coming in, and then you have all their friends that come through there.
That's Aunt Rachel. You got little Richie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right? Grandma.
Yeah, that's a lot of people to do that. Step by Step, Full House.
Full House has a lot of characters. You got the
I'm just throwing up 90s. Guys. I'm sorry. I'm just throwing up 90s stuff.
Even Cosby Show, you have. For a doctor and a lawyer, they had a lot of kids. They had like 3 or 4 girls. No, 4 girls and 1 boy.
Four girls, yeah, because Raven Simone was the last one that got added in there at the very end.
She was the
baby,
she was the daughter of the second oldest.
Yeah, she was the last girl on there, and then there was only one Mel. That's Malcolm.
Yeah, Theo.
Right. Yeah. Sorry, his actor name is Malcolm. But Theo, yeah, I think he's the only one. And then you have Alvin, the boy, the husband.
The boyfriend that becomes the husband of the eldest.
Yeah.
Sandra. It's kind of messed up how I remember the characters' names too.
Yeah. But there's a lot of interesting 90s shows at the time because some of them were very corny in their own way, which is fine. It's fine. I have no problem with
You want
that.
to
But
wrestle some Jimmys? AI of Married with Children.
oh my good. Okay, I can do Married. I think that'd be funny.
Oh God,
I
it
think
would
that
be
would
like
be
episode
funny.
one. Someone get pissed off.
Yeah.
The
In the same.
show in and of itself was supposed to be politically
Yeah, I
incorrect.
think this would be a hot take, but it'd be interesting if they could pull it off. Roseanne. I think Roseanne would be a hot take. But it'd be interesting.
Be interesting. Once again, it all comes down to who's programming the algorithm.
Right. So, yeah. So I just wanted to tell you about that. I thought this was very interesting because we just haven't seen that yet of someone taking the chance of doing a 24-hour show and trying to go for a whole year. And it's actually got really good views before it got banned for a week for that moment. But I decided I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on it because I want to see if they later on want to try to expand that to kind of make their own universe of old TV shows and see what else. Because it doesn't have to be Seinfeld. It can go further back. It can be old Nick at Night shows they can take from Bewitched to Dick Van Dyke or other shows like MASH. Something like that if they want to do something a little bit more different in their own way. So